So after my last video, I decided to do some brisket, corned beef, American style corned beef. So I took some brisket, the flat end, two pieces at around about 2.5 pounds. Looked up a recipe for some brine online and trimmed up my brisket. Took the fat cap off and made my brine. And I'm going to show you right now where we're at. Okay, so this is just a super useful container. Something that's a good size to fit in the fridge. So this brisket I put in here a few days ago. So in my brine I've got like mustard seeds, peppercorn, obviously salt, pink salt, #1 pink salt, but not too much. You can see where I've taken off the fat cap. Oh, there's also cardamom pods in here, which are delicious. I love the smell of cardamom. So obviously that cure is just gonna shrink this up and make it super tender and delicious when we finish it. Feels a bit squidgy. We'll see how it comes out. The idea is just to rotate and turn these every 24 hours for 5 to 7 days. Some people weight these things down and put them in the brine heavily, but I feel like they just sink. It's fine. So pop that back in the fridge now for another day and we'll turn it again tomorrow. Good morning. So after 7 days of brining, I've sat my corned beef in just some water for about an hour. This just helps get the nitrates and stuff out. All that salt, all that spice. So we're just basically cleaning it before we smoke it. But actually, I watched a different video this morning and I've decided that I didn't want too much smoke on my corned beef. So I'm essentially just gonna parboil it first in some beef stock for about an hour before putting it on my pellet grill, on my Rec-Tec, just so I don't get too much smoke on it. I think I'm just going to try and keep it sort of close to its roots. But yeah, basically take it out of its solution and give it a good dry it off, pat it away, and then I'm going to add some spices. So here are my briskets all dried off and I'm just going to place them into my beef stock and just let them simmer away for about an hour. In my beef stock I've added some extra spices. I've put some peppercorns in there and some mustard seeds. I also really love cardamom, so I've added some more cardamom pods in there as well. In the background I've got some country potatoes on the way. Just a nice breakfast for me and the family. Okay, so my brisket's been simmering away for about an hour. I'm gonna take it out of here now. Take this out. Now in my mind, I think I want these to be around about 165 internal temperature. So I'm just going to check these. Okay, they're a little over. They're 175. Pretty much where I want them to be. I'm just going to cut them down, take any excess of moisture off. Like so. So with any boiled meat, I mean, it's a bit rubbery, right? So that's exactly what we now want to get away from by doing the slow cook on the Rec-Tec. Just going to season this up. This season is donated to us by a very special friend of my wife called Jimmy May, and it's perfect for just about anything. Whether you're frying steaks or chicken, or you're grilling chicken, it's just about the best thing ever. Secret recipe. Okay, let's get these onto the grill. Okay, so just for reference, this stock, I'm actually going to retain this and use some of it for when I wrap the corned beef. I'm just going to add a few tablespoons of this just to make sure that I've got that moisture content still in the meat as it's finishing its cooking. Okay, so I've got the grill up to temperature. I've actually put my set point at 250, but as you can see here, I'm actually set it up a bit over. Actually, is that, can you see that? Yeah, you can see it. So I've got it a little bit hotter so that when I open the door and put my stuff in, put the probes in, shut it back up, we should be pretty much where we want to be. Okay. Okay, so we're back at the grill. My briskets, corned beef, are around about 170. I'm kind of winging this, first time doing it, so we'll just see how they turn out. I'm going to remove them from the grill now. Take it to our pan. Just going to pour some of that original broth over those. A bit of a bath. So they fit in there nicely. Basically going to let them steam in there for another hour or so, hour or two maybe. We'll see, we'll just go by touch. So it's been on here about another hour and a half now. I'm just going to check my temperature, see where we're at, see what it's doing. Just have a feel. Starting to loosen up a bit. Right now we're at 185. I want to get to that 195 mark before I take it off and wrap it and just let it rest. So we're not there yet. Okay, so we're like 2 and a bit hours in, maybe even 3. Not really looking to worry about time too much. Okay. So much more tender. 195, 195, perfect. Okay, so I'm going to pull them out. Just turn the grill off. I'm going to pull them, wrap them, and just let them sit and wait and just rest for maybe 45 minutes to an hour. just gonna chuck them in the cold smoker part of this, just so they can rest with some warmth. Excuse me, hay fever. Yeah, so we just see what they're like in about half hour, 45 minutes. Okay, so let's get these bad boys out. There we go. Looking good. Wow, you certainly feel tender, well rested. Let's have a little slice. Oh, look at that. It's got that lovely pink colour, which you would associate with corned beef. Certainly looks the part. Let's have a taste. That's pretty good. I think sandwich filler is going to be delicious. I think corned beef hash tomorrow is going to be delicious. I'm pretty pleased. Good job. So overall, I'm pretty happy with my efforts. It is a little on the salty side, so maybe I would knock back on the salt in the brine possibly. But I think by the time that's mushed up with some potatoes tomorrow, or in a sandwich with some nice mayo or mustard, I don't think we're going to be far wrong. Yeah, pretty happy. Join me next time.